Much for your calls. Well, we couldn't do a Tucson Gem event without showing you one of our most favorite blue gemstones, and that is London Topaz. This is the only one that I was able to show you in the entire assortment today. You don't see as much London Topaz as you used to, but here's what we get to do right now. For $99.90, you have 5 3/4 carats of London blue and white topaz. The ring is dreamy. It's that negative space, so there's a modernness to this, yet it's very classic and elegant with the halo styling, the dreamy blue of the London blue. It's funny because London blue is truly one of the most breathtaking blue stones you can buy, period. There's not a lot that can rival a London topaz. Look at that. Have you ever? I mean, look at how absolutely gorgeous this ring is. And we took today $60 off. This ring has never been $99. It is the lowest price ever. It's a blowout price for our big Tucson Gem event. I love the way it looks on the hand. I think it's just a great ring. It's comfortable, it's sleek, it allows your finger to breathe, and yet it's still a statement. The blue itself, again, the London blue color, you just can't even believe it. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous blue. There's just nothing like it. There's no mistaking it. And I love how they've done this. See the little framework at both sides of the stone, and then there's 3 little stones right here that are kind of bridging to this whole band. It looks like ring guards, doesn't it? It looks like, have you ever seen a tension set stone? It looks like that centerpiece is tension set in between those guards. See that? It's like a bridge ring or a tension set ring. It's really beautiful and cool, and it's really fun to wear, and it feels really great on the hand. And I think if you decide on this one, you're gonna love it. And again, if you're already a fan of London Blue Topaz, well, you know how gorgeous it is. London Blue Topaz is just, it's the most valuable, it is the most expensive of all blue topaz. It is the deeper color, that deeper, richer hue. Look at the color of that. Beautiful 5-carat solitaire, and then all that sparkle to just help it really, I think, make it look even more magnificent. And you can see the cut of that stone. Notice how the depth of the stone, the intense saturation of color. This is, we see less and less London blue. We used to see a lot more of it. It used to be one of our top selling stones. And the reason that it's not anymore is because we rarely see it. We don't get it very often anymore. I used to love to show it. We used to do whole shows, whole hours of London Blue Topaz. And unfortunately, most of our gem dealers don't even have it. They don't even have it. It takes a long time to get it. It takes a year to get this stone to market. So we have to order way in advance in order to get our hands on it. And our gem dealers we work with that have it, unfortunately, they have what we call onesies, twosies. They'll have a couple of this, a couple of that. Well, we don't buy that way. We are looking for several hundred of things when we're shopping. And so because of that, you ask people, do you have 500 London Blue Topaz? Everybody looks at you like you have 3 heads. Nobody has big stockpiles of this sitting around. So it's a real rare thing when we can come across a couple hundred, and that's what we have. There's 202 of these available. That is it. There's a beautiful shot of it. Again, if you love your blues, like so many of us do, you can see for yourself, there is no mistaking the color and quality of that stone. And the other thing I love about it, the color is very stable. It does not fade. That color is intense, it's stable, and it lasts. It's everlasting. The other thing that a lot of people don't know is topaz is really hard. It's a very hardy gemstone. It's second only to, it's diamond first at a 10 on the measure of hardness scale, then corundum, which is sapphire ruby, it's a 9, and this is an 8. So it's way up there in terms of hardness, which makes it so wearable. It's a stone you could wear every single day if you want to. It's a very hardy, very durable stone. And it's one more reason I think women love it so much, because it always looks great day in and day out, year in and year out. And you can see with all of the sparkle coming off that stone, it just takes that blue and it just makes it just fiery and glowy and brilliant. So if you like it, it's here for you now. I have all the sizes right now. We go up to size 11. Sizes 6 through size 11 are the sizes that are available. And I would encourage every one of you, if you're tempted to order it, this is the best time to do so. I see that they are gearing up. We have another fun show coming up next. Callie is standing by. It looks like she's gonna have some great fashion planned out for all of you. So I hope you're gonna stick around for that. And then also coming up tonight, at 9 o'clock Eastern time. Normally, as you know, for Gotta Watch Thursdays, we have the list. Well, tonight we're doing a Tucson Gem list takeover. It's going to be really fun. So Lynn Murphy's going to be my co-host. We have Jay King here. We have Bill Green with Sevilla Silver here. We have Carol Brody with Rarities in the house. We have saved one of the most amazing, amazing things. We have a this day only. I'm launching it. I can't even tell you what it is yet. I'm launching it straight up, 9 p.m. Eastern time, a this day only. I promise you, it will knock your socks off. So that's coming up tonight at 9 p.m. Lamar is going to be joining us for that. So it's going to be a really exciting night. I hope you'll be part of the fun with us. I am looking forward to that for sure.